How's it going, YouTube? It's been a long time since I've done one of these Canadian videos, so I just wanted to give everyone a quick update. I'll keep it short and sweet. I thought we ran out of the need for this, but I'm still for whatever reason I didn't hear from anyone for like the last 5 or 6 weeks, if not longer. And then I just all of a sudden started getting emails, people crossing, people coming across my videos. So if you haven't already, basically I've been giving tips throughout the entire pandemic of how to drive through Canada to Alaska during the COVID-19 restrictions, which changed drastically and became pretty tough. But if you're vaccinated, and I'm not vaccinated, I'm not definitely not trying to sell the vaccine to anyone. I'm definitely not for mandates either. But if you are vaccinated and it's your thing, great. And if you are, then you're not going to have any issues coming up to Alaska because they're not giving any hard time coming to Alaska. With that being said, if you're not vaccinated, you still can get to Alaska the same way you could throughout the entire pandemic. You need a negative COVID test that was taken. It needs to be the PCR test taken within 72 hours before arriving to the border. They're going to make you take another COVID test when you get there. Once you get there, you'll take another one. You'll register with them. It takes about an hour or two to cross. And you just need to show proof that you're moving to Alaska or you're going to Alaska for work if you're not vaccinated. If you're vaccinated, you don't have to jump through all this. Bring whatever proof you want. You're going to Alaska, but if you're vaccinated, they're letting people through anyway. So that's my advice. I had a friend recently that bought some trucks and trailers and or bought a truck and a trailer and some other things, and he was able to get it through with no problem. They considered it a commercial load, and they let him right through. I think he almost had to buy a bond, which wasn't going to be that expensive, we found out. But he didn't. They ended up at the end. They ended up not making him do that either. So it's pretty cool. They let him go through on that. So my advice, 100%. I've talked to probably several hundred people since the beginning of the pandemic till now, whether it be on the phone or email. My advice, 100%, is go to Couts, Alberta, just north of Great Falls, to do your crossing. Do not go anywhere else. I don't care if it's 6 hours out of the way. It's worth it. They use common sense. It's easier to get through. They're less out to search the crap out of you. It's just less trouble. I found that to be true 100% of the time. Everybody I've talked to that's crossed somewhere else has a little caveat of something that happened, or a big caveat, or they didn't make it across. Whatever, I mean, it's not a computer letting you across. You're having to deal with humans, and for whatever reason, that Couts, Alberta is the place to cross. I can promise you that. And it's a great route. There's tons of gas and food. I still take extra gas. A lot of people argue that. My argument is there are places along the roadway, especially if you're pulling a trailer, getting horrible gas mileage. There are places that if you didn't have extra gas, and let's say the one gas pump was tore up, you'd be out of luck. So I don't know. I guess I'm a Boy Scout at heart because I do take gas. If you haven't already, tune into my channel. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let's get the algorithm going. I'll do these videos when things change, anything to do with going through Canada. I've got a lot of other videos about where to stay, gas stops. If you want some PDFs, bigskyblessing@gmail.com is my actual email. Send that to me. I'll send it to you. I'll show what I have here. I'm going to share this to the screen. So basically, let's see if I can. So basically, I can email this to you, but basically I'm just share this. I've got all this information listed. I've got the video here that also listed. Here's a video I did for fast forward to 13 minutes, 30 seconds, and it'll go straight into lodging. I did a video on that. I've got the link that I can send to you. If you're crossing at Portal or Minot, these would be the night stops that I go through. I don't recommend going to Portal because everybody that's went there that I've talked to get searched. Not that it's a bad thing to get searched, but it's time consuming. And then if you cross at Couts, Alberta, I've got everything listed here. So basically you'd only need 3 hotels if you cross in Couts. You would need 4 if you cross in Portal, unless you're one of those people that love to drive 24/7 all night long. And I have talked to a lot of those too. I'm not one of those people anymore. So I can email you that link. I also have a gas PDF that I could email you if that's something you're interested in. I hope these tips help. But yeah, so just to recap, everybody I'm talking to, they are still letting people that are not vaccinated across. You still have to prove, just like you always did, where you're going, what you did with your previous location, and a good letter from your employer is always better than anything. With that being said, if you're vaccinated, it's super easy. It's not a problem at all. So they're not making anyone quarantine. I want to make that. They never made any of us quarantine. It made no sense for us to quarantine. Um, One myth that I always had before was they wanted you to drive nonstop. That's not physically possible. I mean, I guess technically, if you're taking some kind of trucks, maybe I don't know. It's not safely possible. They never expected us to do that. Another myth was, hey, you got to pay gas at the pump. Yeah, you do, but no one's really monitoring you once you get in the state or the country. As long as you do nothing stupid, no one messes with you. And you had to get food to go, and you couldn't stay in a hotel. You had to sleep in your vehicle. All those were myths. So I always stayed in nice hotels, always ate out for dinner. I always went to the bathroom when I need to go to the bathroom. I just went normal. I didn't cause anybody any problems. I didn't do nothing stupid. And no one ever said a word to me. So I did it 6 times throughout the pandemic. I hope that helps. I'm sharing information. I've heard from 5 successful people that has crossed within the last few weeks, and today is actually the 24th. I've heard from 5 successful people that's made it across, no problems whatsoever, and they were not vaccinated, but they did have all their ducks in a row with paperwork. So I hope that helps. I know it's not a lot, but I figure, hey, I do an update video. We haven't done one for regarding going through Canada. I've been focusing a lot on my Mexico travel stuff, and I'm wanting to focus more on aviation, but that'll probably be a little while before I get that up and going. But we are doing a lot of cool Mexico stuff. We got a lot of cool Mexico stuff coming. Please just give me a subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the better. And give me a thumbs up. I'd love to build a good channel we can use for informational purposes. I'm a pilot here in Alaska. My wife is a flight attendant, and we got a really cool life. We don't have kids. I'm not saying that's what makes it cool, but we do a lot of cool traveling. My wife's from Mexico originally. We just have a really unique lifestyle, and it seems to interest a lot of people. So no telling what kind of videos we'll put together, but we're trying to do a video every single Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't hesitate to write me. It might take me a week to get back to you at most, but I promise you I will get back to you. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful Sunday and have a good day. Thank you.